Well, I did. Hackers are back.
Avoid corruption. Deny hollow victories.
Liu Bei sees chaos in the face of Dong Zhuo, and will not rest until the tyrant's corruption is uprooted and the Han Dynasty restored. In a momentary calm, blades are sworn together, vowing to bring about the restoration of peace and order. The year is 190, and the Han Empire falters on the brink of destruction. Brought low by corrupt eunuchs, and strong-armed by the despot Dong Zhuo. The fires of war erupt across a once peaceful realm. In the growing chaos, rebellions rise, and the Emperor's voice is drowned out by the tyrant's roar. the land suffers. Yet though they band together against a common foe, such a fragile alliance cannot hold forever.
Honor your allegiances, or you fight for naught.
Swen Jen has never shied away from opportunity. And despite his loyalties, the fall of the Imperial Court presents great opportunities.
Remain flexible to react with agency.
Tao Qian is still a man of considerable talent. Yet age and time have begun to fray the corners of his once immovable ability.
Three Kingdoms brings a number of new features to Total War, and a host of changes to how familiar features work. This video will help you get to grips with these changes. Three Kingdoms offers new ways to assist you while you're learning how to play the game. Hit F1 at any time to bring up the Info Overlay panel, which describes specific user interface features in detail. You can head to Total War Access to view tutorial videos by clicking the Total War Access button in the top right corner of the screen. Hit Escape at any time to display the cheat sheet, which explains core controls and keyboard shortcuts in both campaign and battle. When you begin a new campaign, you can choose between two game modes. Romance mode elevates your characters to legendary status in battle, granting them great fortitude and combat power. In addition, your troops will suffer less from the effects of fatigue in battle. In Records mode, characters appear as regular generals, as vulnerable as any other man, with a bodyguard around them. Fatigue will affect your troops more swiftly than in Romance mode. To win the game, you must proclaim yourself Emperor, defend your title from any other claimants, and unify China under your banner. To progress to Emperor, you must climb the faction ranks. This is done by gaining prestige, which is earned in a number of ways, but the basic methods are by winning battles, capturing territory, and developing your settlements. Characters are at the heart of the campaign, and work in a number of new ways. Firstly, you must aim to keep the characters in your faction satisfied, or they may choose to leave your service and join another faction. Characters can be promoted via the character panel, which increases their satisfaction levels, or they may be granted titles and offices in your court, bringing further benefits to your campaign. Characters also build friendships and rivalries with other characters over time, which affects their abilities in both campaign and battle, and can influence their satisfaction levels. Characters fall into 5 classes: Champions, Vanguards, Commanders, Strategists, and Sentinels. Each has their own unique roles and abilities in both campaign and battle. Explore their skills, abilities, and statistics in the character panel for further details. In Romance mode, all character classes except Strategists may initiate one-on-one duels with enemy characters in battle. This is a great way of eliminating opposing characters or locking them down to protect the units in your army. Armies may now field up to 3 characters, a principal general and 2 sub-commanders. Each character can recruit troops to their retinue and grant those troops bonuses according to their skills. Armies now rely on military supplies to perform at their best. In friendly territory, if your food reserves are good, the army will gather supplies. In enemy territory, they will consume supplies. Low military supplies causes increasing levels of attrition and morale damage to an army. Food is crucial for keeping public order in check across your territories and for keeping your army supplied. Many factions begin with low food reserves, so it's important to capture food-producing settlements or trade for food via diplomacy. You will find many new items to trade, new kinds of deals to strike, new vassal interactions to explore, and new forms of alliance to forge. You can quickly arrange multiple agreements using the Quick Deal option. You can then dispatch certain characters to infiltrate other factions and engage in espionage. Those willing to do so are marked with the spy symbol. They can achieve much, but must maintain their cover over time or risk discovery. This tutorial will teach you basic battle controls and commands in order to move, attack, and defend your army in battle. A battle begins with the deployment phase, which is an opportunity to arrange your forces wherever you wish within the green deployment zone. The battle is paused here, so take time to familiarise yourself with the following camera controls and commands. To move the camera around the battlefield, use the W, A, S, and D keys. Spin the mouse wheel forward and backwards to alter the height of the camera. Click the mouse wheel down and move the mouse to pan the camera around. To select a unit, click it with the left mouse button. To place it on the terrain, right-click where you want it to go. To alter the width and facing of the unit, hold down the right mouse button and drag the mouse around. To deselect any selected units, just left-click on some unoccupied terrain. To select multiple units, hold the left mouse button to drag a box around them. To select specific units, such as all your archers for example, hold down Shift and click their unit cards or the units themselves. To place multiple units, right-click on the terrain. To alter the width and facing of these units, hold down the right mouse button and drag the mouse over the terrain. Your army will begin play in a useful formation. If you select your whole army, it will retain this formation if you choose to reposition it. You can quickly select your entire army by pressing Ctrl and A. Click Start Battle to begin. All these commands will now continue to work as movement commands. To advance your army towards the enemy in formation, select it, hold Alt and the left mouse button, and drag the mouse forward. You can hold Ctrl as well to alter the facing of your army at its destination. You can also hit Escape at any time to view the cheat sheet and review these controls. As the armies draw close and the action heats up, remember that you can press P at any time to pause the game, assess matters, and issue orders to your troops. To order one of your units to attack an enemy unit, select it and right-click on the target. You can also do this with multiple units. The best way to defeat enemy units is to terrify them into fleeing the battlefield. You can do this by ganging up on individual units. When a unit is surrounded and swiftly losing soldiers, it will lose morale quicker than if it were fighting a single unit. Each unit has an icon above it indicating the weapons it uses. As its morale begins to drop, this icon will begin flashing, which means its morale is running low. When a white flag appears within the icon, the unit will rout and start running through the battle. Routing units can regain their morale if they leave the fight, however, and may return if left to do so. When a unit has taken enough casualties and cannot regain its morale, it will become shattered. Its unit icon will be replaced with a white flag. Shattered units will flee and not return to battle. If you're playing 3 Kingdoms in Romance mode, your characters will appear as powerful warriors on horseback, capable of tackling enemy troop units all by themselves. Characters can also issue challenges to fight one-on-one duels with enemy characters. You can do this by selecting one of your characters and pressing the duel button. The only character class that cannot duel is the strategist. The battle ends when one side has destroyed or routed the other. The side that initiated the attack must win the battle before the battle timer runs out, or the main objective of Total War 3 Kingdoms is to become Emperor of Ancient China. This video will teach you the necessary steps you need to take in order to reign supreme. To become Emperor, your faction leader must rise in rank. The ranks are displayed in the faction summary screen. Your character will begin at the basic rank of Noble and will need to ascend to the rank of King, at which point he can declare himself Emperor. Prestige is the resource you will need to rise through the faction ranks. Prestige points are earned by winning battles, by capturing new settlements, and by constructing certain buildings in your commanderies. There are other ways too. Prestige may be awarded for completing certain missions, for example, but the above are the chief methods you'll rely on. Let's break them down in more detail. Each battle you win will earn you some prestige points. To win battles, you'll need to raise and maintain increasingly powerful armies. You'll begin play with one, and you'll recruit more units and characters as time goes by. Characters and units cost money to recruit, and they also incur an upkeep cost each turn. You can check a unit's upkeep cost by hovering over its upkeep icon. You can keep an eye on your total incomings and outgoings each turn by hovering over the income icon, and if you want a more detailed breakdown, open the treasury panel. Armies also need military supplies to sustain them. They will gather supplies in friendly territory, provided that the territory has ample food reserves. You can check an army's supply levels by selecting the army and hovering over the military supplies icon. You can also check your faction-wide food levels and the food reserves held in each of your territories by hovering over the food icon. While in enemy territory, an army will begin consuming its supplies. Low levels of supplies cause attrition to the army, damaging all of its units, so it is wise to return to friendly territory from time to time, enabling the army to resupply itself. To initiate a battle with an enemy army or an enemy settlement, select your army and right-click on its target. Ancient China is divided into a series of provinces called commanderies. A commandery consists of a commandery capital and any attached resource-bearing counties. Capturing such settlements also earns you prestige, and this can be done in a number of ways. The obvious one is militarily, using an army to attack, capture, and then occupy a settlement in an enemy commandery. When a settlement has been occupied, however, it will suffer from negative faction support. This means it will take a few turns for your rule to be fully accepted in the new settlement, and this will adversely affect both military supplies and local public order. It is therefore wise to occupy a newly captured settlement for a few turns, to keep its public order in check and prevent a local rebellion until faction support improves. The second way to acquire territory is through diplomacy. If a faction leader likes you enough, or is scared enough of you, you can use the confederate option. If the faction leader accepts, he will hand you all of his commanderies, characters, and armies. You can also try to trade with a faction leader for a commandery or county that they own, but it must be one that borders both your territories. The third way to gain new commanderies is by annexing them. Annexation is an action you can perform on one of your vassals, taking control of all his commanderies, characters, and armies. Certain faction leaders also have their own unique mechanics for easily annexing the territory of the crumbling Han Dynasty. Such warlords include Liu Bei and Dong Zhuo. Constructing buildings in your settlements is an important way to both gain prestige and improve your overall faction infrastructure. The right buildings can help to increase food output in food-producing settlements, generate more money, increase public order, and much more. Select one of your commanderies and click on one of its buildings in the commandery panel. You can toggle the building info panel between its description and the effects it generates. Commanderies and click on one of its buildings in the commandery panel. This means it will take a few turns to settlements. Routing units can regain their morale. You can hold armies may it will lose territory, taking control of all his commanderies, characters, and armies. Certain faction leaders This small city, for example, brings us plus 20 prestige per turn. Now, if we right-click the building, we can examine the entire potential upgrade chain in the building browser and view future upgrades to see the increased prestige and other effects that they will bring. Take time to explore the building browser, and when constructing buildings, balance your prestige gain with other campaign benefits, such as income, enhanced food reserves, and much more. Characters are the generals of your armies and the statesmen of your faction. Keeping your characters loyal is crucial to maintaining a powerful presence in the world, and if a character becomes dissatisfied in your employ, they will leave to pursue their fortunes with another faction. It is wise to prevent this. In the characters list, you can check the satisfaction levels of each of your characters. Any negative factors will be highlighted, so you can find ways of improving their satisfaction, such as offering them a promotion or giving them more useful work to do. The first 3 faction leaders in a campaign to attain the rank of king will declare themselves as emperors. When this happens, you'll need to defend your claim and become the sole emperor of China. If you capture an opposing emperor's capital city, they will defer to you and withdraw their claim. If 3 other faction leaders claim emperorship before you do, you can still capture one of their capitals to take their place and stake your claim.
Destiny calls to those with the power to answer.
Meng Huo shows his friends every generosity, and his enemies an unending merciless rage.
The mightiest tree survives on its roots.
Sachet has wisely and insidiously kindled the favor of the Han. For he is cunning of mind, and a barrier against threats from distant lands.
Caution! Douse is the heart's desire!
Even as the storm of chaos rolls and thunders over Luoyang, Ma Teng does not let the squalls of court cloud his mind.
Sprout ever upwards to heaven.
The bureaucracy of China can only succeed through the support of education. This is what Kong Rong earnestly believes.
There is cunning in caution.
Tao Qian is still a man of considerable talent. Yet age and time have begun to fray the corners of his once immovable ability.
Surrender yourself to the cause, and know peace.
He Yi sees the mandate of heaven passing from the Han, and knows it is time to pick up the mantle of the Yellow Turban Rebellion, and lead them in righteous revolution.
One who bends does not break.
Yuan Shao is the Han's loyal defender, and will follow the dynasty to whatever end.
Mercy cripples ambition and makes excuses for tyranny.
Dynasties and nobility mean nothing to Zhengjiang. She prefers to seize glory in her own way.
The mightiest tree survives on its roots.
Between the light of the civilized Han and the chaos of opportunistic banditry, Zhang Yan straddles the twilight. He sees the carnage wrought by Dong Zhuo and wonders how this can be turned to his advantage.
Remain resolute in all things, or risk weakness.
In the cacophony of rising chaos, Gongsun San is heard like a clarion call above the fray.
It falls to me to reunite China.
Cao Cao watches dynasties fall and tyrants rise. He has seen power slip into the hands of the undeserving, and through the chaos, plots a path back to order by his hand.
Humility keeps one honest.
Liu Bei sees chaos in the face of Dongzhuo, and will not rest until the tyrant's corruption is uprooted and the Han dynasty restored.
Honor others to honor yourself.
Suen Zhen has never shied away from opportunity, and despite his loyalties, the fall of the Imperial Court presents great opportunities.
Know your heart and harden your actions to its advice.
In the cacophony of rising chaos, Gongsun San is heard like a clarion.
Be still to conserve spirit.
Yuan Shu watches the ascent of Dongzhuo and believes he has the means and the right to wield such power instead.
Remain flexible to react with agency.
Though the Han crumbles, its spirit and legacy endures through its many branches and descendants. Liu Biao holds this lineage closely, serving with an unwavering sense of duty.
My legacy will be one of uncountable glories.
Prince Liu Chong is a warrior whose dedication to his people is matched only by his formidable skill in battle.
Sprout ever upwards to heaven.
Between the light of the civilized Han and the chaos of opportunistic banditry,
The Han will respect me, or fear me.
where the valleys converge, there too is King Shamoka, straddling the border between nations, the tumbling waters of the confluence as precarious as his future.
Sprout ever upwards to heaven.
It would be unwise to suggest that Gongdu does not share his brother's zealous belief in the Yellow Turban cause, yet he views victory through a more practical lens.
Peace through conquest.
Even as the storm of chaos rolls and thunders over Luoyang, Ma Teng,
All I am has been earned and fought for, not given.
dynasties and no...
China is people.
Hold firm, do not swerve, and keep to the path.
Draw the many together as a whole.
For Huang Zhao, there can be no compromising his beliefs.
China is people, not always ready for the fight.
Chaos forgers agents of power.
Cao Cao watches dynasties fall and tyrants.
From the mountains to the sea.
Yan Baiho has spent his life building a home in the south. An existence he will now defend against invaders with steel and rage.
Resist corruption and endure hardships.
Suchet has wisely and insidiously kindled.
The land must be guarded against those with selfish intent.
The world of men is barely a footnote to King Mulu. Nature is his calling, defending it against those who threaten such ancient orders.
Those who wait will have their ashes blown away by the wind.
Lady Zhurong believes that only through her might, inherited, they say, from the goddess of fire herself, will her people succeed where others have floundered.
The tribe must be led by the mighty. Though
Patience is the luxury of lesser men.
Lady Zhurong believes that only through her might.
My aim is precise.
Samare acts in the name of the dynasty, working tirelessly to ensure the bureaucracy of the realm continues, even as civil war looms.
It is my destiny to rule.
Avoid.
know your
Honor your allegiances, or you fight for naught.
Suen Zhen has never shied away from opportunity. And despite his loyalties, the fall of the Imperial Court presents
A lapping.
There is cunning in caution.
Yuran Shu watches the ascent of Dongzhuo and believes he has the means and the right to wield.
Be honor others. Stay.
Sprout ever upwards to heaven.
The bureaucracy of China can only succeed through the support of education. This is what Kong Rong earnestly believes.
China is people, not its oppressive warlords.
Suchet has wisely.
Caution! Douses the heart's desire. When drawing a bow, hold the breath.
Resist corruption and endure hardships.
It
Loyal.
those with
Peace. Honor others.
remain
Them.
hold
Their preparation, not predict. Honor your.
remain resolute.
China is people, not its oppressive warlords.
Suchet has wisely and insidiously kindled the favor of the Han. For he is cunning of mind and a barrier against threats from distant lands.
It is my destiny to rule.
Cao Cao watches dynasties fall and tyrants rise. He has seen power slip into the hands of the undeserving, and through the chaos, plots a path back to order by his hand.
Resist corruption and endure hardships.
Sachet has...
Chaos forges agents of power.
Cao Cao watches dynasties fall and tyrants rise. He has seen power slip into the hands of the undeserving, and through the chaos, plots a path back to order by his hand.
Be watchful for fate's gifts.
Liu Bei sees chaos in the face of Dongzhuo, and will not rest until the tyrant's corruption is uprooted and the Han dynasty restored.
Know your heart and harden your actions to its advice.
In the cacophony of rising chaos, Gongsun San is heard like a clarion call above the fray.
Loyalty lies in hearts, not in governments.
Suen Zhen has never shied away from opportunity, and despite his loyalties, the fall of the Imperial Court presents great opportunities.
Avoid corruption. Deny hollow victories.
Liu Bei sees...
It is my destiny to rule.
Cao Cao watches dynasties fall and tyrants rise. He has seen power slip into the...
When drawing a bow, hold the breath.
Yuan Shu watches the ascent of Dong...
There is cunning in caution.
Tao Qian is still a man of considerable talent. Yet age and time have begun to fray the corners of his once immovable ability.
The mightiest tree survives on its roots.
Sachet has wisely and insidiously kindled the favor of the Han. For he is cunning of mind and a barrier against threats from distant lands. Embers rise, stark against the night. The tyrant Dongzhuo wields the flames of destruction. Luoyang burns, chaos ignites, as the power of the eunuchs is crushed. In the pyre, the Han falters. Yet the fire that ignites the turmoil also enkindles the fires of hope. They stoke the light of a determined spirit. May this fierce resolve lead to a brighter future for China. China is in turmoil. The great empire of the Han, stretching back ages beyond counting, is being devoured by corruption. The Yellow Turbans, thousands strong, began raising their banners in rebellion and seizing commanderies across the realm. In response, generals loyal to the Emperor rose up and put down the rebellion. Yet, despite the victory, The chaos only grew. With the corruption at the very heart of the empire, the loyal generals stormed the imperial palace and killed the 10 eunuchs, the source of China's ills. In the madness, the warlord Dong Zhuo seized the emperor. With the great warrior Lü Bu at his side, none dared oppose him. In response to Dong Zhuo's brazen display, treason some call it, a coalition of warlords rose up, led by the charismatic Yuan Shao, to save the Han. Faced with united opposition, Dong Zhuo retreated west to his stronghold of Chang'an, razing the old capital Luoyang to the ground as he fled. It is now the year 190 CE, and the coalition has all but collapsed. Warlords on all sides have seen opportunities to build their own fortunes from the chaos. Yellow turban remnants still stalk the lands, seeking the age of the yellow sky, whilst soldiers of fortune feel the change of fate on the wind and strike out on their own. The scales shift, and China hangs in the balance.
It has been 3 years, Sir Sheikh, since you were appointed administrator of Jiaosi. Thereafter, chaos has only grown across the empire. And yet, it must be defended. You cannot idly watch as upstarts claw at the fabric of the nation. The warlords of Yulin, Gaoliang, or Zuzhen have displayed an insolence. They should be defeated. With your power thus proven, you should look to your own realm. You rule over a vast area. But these southern lands are in need of development and administration. Your kin will make wise leaders, should they wish it. Under your tutelage, you will form solid foundations from which to build a lasting kingdom. Also, You must be wary of the tribes across the border. Most of the larger groups show wisdom. It is possible they could be pacified with words, not steel. Yet beware of King Mulu near your borders. He resists all overtures. However you proceed, Seshet, hold your duty firmly in your mind. You are named by the Emperor himself as the one who will bring peace to the South.
A commandery consists of a capital and its surrounding counties. The capital is the center of administration, and the counties make use of the local resources.
secure.
Those that serve your cause gain experience over time. Encourage this growth and guide their development to your advantage.
Ever upwards. Resist corrupt.
This is one of your armies, used to attack enemy armies, conquer settlements, and defend your own territories. Guide them well, and China will be yours. Diplomacy provides you with more tools to help further your cause when dealing with other factions. A warlord must be skilled in politics if their faction is to thrive. Maintain stability amongst your generals and court nobles by keeping them satisfied or banishing dissenters that threaten your rule.
Persevere.
To
A
begin
waste
with,
of time.
your diplomatic dealings with other warlords will be limited. But as you grow in power, you will be taken more seriously, and more options will become open to you.
Glad to see you.
So it is wise to return to friendly territory from time to time, enabling the army to resupply itself.
The growing chaos. The stage is set. The winds favor you. Flames rise to the heavens, a portent of hope. You are still outnumbered, however. But brave Southlanders are born on the water, and worth 10 of Cao Cao's northern curs. Strike quickly, before they can retreat and rally. Show Cao Cao there is no place for his duplicity here.
Zhuge Liang has predicted the wind would turn, and it has. The perfect time to strike is now. We must not waste this chance. The ships approaching Cao Cao's navy are not surrendering as he thought. Although he sees that, he cannot stop the events in motion now. When the fire ships collide, we will begin our attack in the ensuing chaos. Cao Cao must be stopped here, or his campaign of conquest will consume all of China. For the people now, we will stop him. Zhou Yu will land his forces on the beach and attack Cao Cao's camp directly, whilst my brothers and I will charge in on the flank.
came all this way, only to die! You shall fall by my hand!
Three Kingdoms brings a number of new features to Total War, and a host of changes to how familiar features work. This video will help you get to grips with these changes. Three Kingdoms offers new ways to assist you while you're learning how to play the game. Hit F1 at any time to bring up the Info Overlay panel, which describes specific user interface features in detail. You can head to Total War Access to view tutorial videos by clicking the Total War Access button in the top right corner of the screen. Hit Escape at any time to display the cheat sheet, which explains how characters appear, climb the faction ranks according to their skills. Armies now it's important to capture food-producing settlements, certain characters to
strangers of strange phenomena, never before have we seen anything quite like this.